guys, welcome back to the channel, Lost Legend TV. I'm Ray.
I'm James.
Welcome or welcome back to Lost Legend TV. Back with another movie review.
This time we're reviewing Platform from 2019. I was recommended this by my cousin. It turns out Ray had already seen this, but he went back and rewatched it so he could be a little more up to date on it. Platform is a movie about, would you say a prison or like a program? Because technically they list it like it's a program.
It's a program because like Buddy went in there voluntarily.
True. So it's a program.
Whereas other people,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
So it's a program. You go in and they basically lower food on a platform, like to each of these levels. You eat on your level. You do not keep food on your level. A lot of the amount of time to eat, and that's it. The food is less and less the further you go down.
Basically, and ain't they there for a month at a time?
They're on a level for a month.
Yeah. And I think that's the movie's biggest pro, in my opinion.
100%.
Because like the plot in itself, I think is so unique. Like if you really think about it, I think that the movie is a personal metaphor for like a social government, right?
Yeah.
Because in theory, you know, regardless of why you're there, if you're there voluntarily or if you're there for punishment, because some people are, and we'll get to that, is they develop this system, right? Which if follow the rules, the portions are supposed to be sufficient enough for everybody to survive. Spit on it, piss on it. You then begin to learn towards later in the movie that what people think about that is not necessarily the truth, and the system's kind of corrupt. So I think it's kind of like a metaphor for social government, in my opinion.
Gorgon is the protagonist. He voluntarily went in. His reasoning was it would give him like a diploma, and it was a chance for him to stop smoking cigarettes. And he always wanted to read Don Quixote. And he's like, well, I can bring something in. I'm gonna bring a book. If I was told about this program, for whatever reason I was like thinking about doing it, I'm not thinking weapons.
No, you're not. Again, you find out, because this movie gets really spicy, dude.
Yeah.
One thing you find out again is you're allowed to bring one item. Some people bring weapons. Some people bring knives, some samurai swords, fucking pets. He brings a book because he's oblivious to what this program actually is.
He just literally thought we're gonna be here for a little while. He didn't even know anything about the food thing. He had to learn, learn every fucking day. Higher levels get the first food, and lower levels get whatever's fucking left.
Scraps, if that. Like, he started off on, I think, 38. He gets food the first couple of days, but he kind of passes it up because it looks like somebody's, like, ran through it, which somebody has. Yeah.
All the levels above him. And then, like, he survives a month there, and he gets comfortable with, what's his name, Trey Magazi?
I call him Try. I just call him Try.
Magazi, yeah. We'll say Try. And this guy, I will tell you, he got on my last fucking nerve, obviously.
Really?
Obviously. It didn't bother me at sometimes. There was sometimes he was just fucking saying it. Like, there was no reason to say it. There was no reason for him to say it. When it was obvious, yes. But there was other times it was not obvious. It clearly wasn't obvious. And he was just like, obviously. And that was his fucking word. And
obviously.
Try's reason for being there is he was watching cable TV and there was like a fucking ad for this knife.
The first one was like this dude was like cutting through fucking bricks with a knife.
Exactly. He was like, oh shit, I gotta get that. And then the next commercial he watched after he bought that was, here's actually the Samurai Pro. And it's just the knife gets sharper the more you use it. And he brought that with him. But the reason he was in there is because he got so mad he threw his TV out the window and it killed an illegal immigrant.
Try is actually my favorite character of the movie.
He's my least favorite.
What's weird about the movie too, I don't know if you experienced this. The version I watched,
dubbed.
It was dubbed, but the subtitles
were wrong.
Did not match what they said. So I had to turn them off.
No, I kept them on. And a lot of different characters are introduced. Like, realistically, there's only like 5 real characters you see in the whole thing. Miharu is a woman that she literally rolled the platform down, and Gorgon's like, fuck is this? And apparently she was looking for a daughter. Everybody was like, well, she's crazy and she's never found a daughter, so she wakes up, kills whoever she's with, rides it down until she gets to a floor, and then she's like, well, I didn't see him.
Apparently, children are not, if you're not 18 years or older, you're not allowed down there. And that's when I say about, you know, system corruption, because there's this point, which I won't go into it quite yet, where a worker went in there and everything that she said about the system is kind of like a lie. That's how this social government is supposed to be sustaining and truthful to you, but reality is just, it's faulty because of greed and shit.
100%.
One thing I want to point out is the cooks who cook the food really fucking care about this food. There's this
Like you
one
never
scene-
hear actual words from them because it's always like music playing over them, like talking and shit. But you could tell like he's like very like no, like if this is wrong, we're fucking redoing it.
Yeah, he like went Gordon Ramsay on their ass because he found a fucking hair in one of the. It's so weird because as soon as that platform drops down, it just diminishes the whole fucking beautiful facade of the plates.
Like Miru, she's insane, bro. She goes through some motherfuckers. Like she kills, like two dudes literally like right below Gorgon's level, like try to. I guess they were gonna rape her.
yeah, I think they're gonna do something.
No, I think they were going to.
Wrong.
And no, she fucking killed them both, sat right back down where she was at. They wake up next month and they're on 172. They didn't get any food.
Again, in my personal opinion, I know you don't like him. I think like the first half of this movie, carries this movie.
I do enjoy that part of it. Like this part, like his psychology and stuff of that.
Yeah.
But he did break it down. Like there was one time him and his roommate or whatever didn't get any food, and they just so happened to like somebody killed themselves. They got the body, and they ate it. So his whole thing was he was going to kill Gorgon, but like he was just going to peel off the little bits of flesh.
You try to save him, because I'm not a killer.
But who comes down the fucking platform? Mira, boy,
Saves him.
Yeah, she completely saves this motherfucker. She kills the Try, and then she cuts him free. Later on, he actually like returns the favor for her because like she got fucked up by somebody and cares for her, make sure she's all right. And because this is when that worker was with him, right? And her only thing she brought was her dog, so it's literally her and Miru in a bed, and he's just sleeping against the fucking wall.
Yeah.
And her reasoning was she got cancer, like she got breast cancer. She was like, well, I'm gonna go in here and like she could help fix the system or whatever. I don't know, because like she does, like she literally set up portions and everything, and she spent like 15 fucking days in a row like Halo, and they're just like piss off, fuck you, all this shit. Did not want to listen to it. So Gorgon got up one day. The motherfucker said,
Like a G, like a G.
Look, you're gonna eat your fucking portions, or next time I'm gonna shit in your food.
I like what he said. She asked Gorgon, how are we gonna convince the upper levels?
Because they were on level 8, weren't they?
Yeah. And they was like, we can't do that. She's like, why not? He's like, I can't shit upwards.
Yeah.
How you feel about Try is how I feel about the worker.
I get that. But she
annoyed the fuck out of me.
She definitely started getting on my nerves, especially because like her dog. It was really crazy that Miru just like fucking killed the dog.
I thought what was gonna happen, because we didn't mention this. You are not allowed to keep food.
Yeah.
If you do, they like fucking turn the fucking heat up to the point where it'll kill you.
Or they freeze you.
Yeah, it's extreme. And that comes into play because they're eating and the fucking dog takes off. I thought the
dog was going to stay on the platform and like go down and they were going to eat the dog.
Wrong.
Yeah, see, I thought that was going to happen. But then they just wake up. He wakes up one night and the girls are fucking fighting, and she disemboweled the fucking dog.
Yeah.
And that's when I started thinking like, hey, Miru might be fucking crazy. I love that he had like a sex dream about her, and then woke up to the dog looking.
Yeah. Gorgon, he really explains everything on a psychological level. He explains that people up ahead go insane because they don't have anything to wait for. So they're in there, they got all this food, but again, like mentally, they're breaking down because they don't have anything to wait for. So it's kind of like a toss-up between either you're waiting on something and starving, or you have everything and you're going insane.
See, eventually, like they wake up on another floor, and like because the dog is dead and everything, and she kills herself. But no, she hung herself up on the wall and messing with his brain. Like, well, look, she did that so you could eat her.
Yeah.
So you could survive herself. And for the longest time, he didn't do that shit. The motherfucker drank water. He ate some of his pages before he even thought about it.
Yeah, because what you gonna do? Some of them eating scenes, I was like,
yeah,
fuck.
Yeah, fuck with me. One of my favorite characters, who I did not think I was gonna like from the way he started, was Baharat, the dude with the rope. I ended up liking him. I thought I was gonna fucking hate him, dude.
He became a real one.
Yeah, he did become a fucking real one.
I thought he was like a religious nut at first.
No, I think he was just saying whatever he could to get the fuck out of there. He was like, I guess he had never been this high up. They were on level 6. I got a rope. Here, look, I'll toss it to you. You help me up or whatever. The people I hated the most were the couple above him.
Yeah, those pieces of shit.
Fuck.
Which I knew that was a trap from the beginning. I
did
like,
too.
Dude, how can you not see that? I guess it was desperate though.
Yeah, he was. I knew it was a trap, but what I thought they were gonna do was they were gonna let go of the rope.
Yeah, he would.
And then he would do that to like catch on or whatever. And in a way, they did kind of let go of the rope, but like they literally shit on this dude. Like she literally pulled her pants down and took a shit on him.
Dude, the visuals is like you see like this full blown spread asshole and a turd coming out.
Yeah.
I was like, dude. Like I laughed, but I didn't laugh because I thought it was funny. I laughed because I knew something was gonna happen.
Yeah.
Like, have you ever just felt so bad at something you just kind of laugh at yourself?
Yeah,
like,
100%.
dang. I felt that way, and I was like, dude, you didn't deserve that.
No, he didn't. This is the part of the movie where I kind of fell off of it, because I will tell you, I do not like the ending of this movie. Specifically because of, they decide, Gorgon and Bahara decide what they're going to do is they're going to work together and make sure everybody gets food. And he said he had counted it to 250. So he thought it was about 250 levels. So he said, what we're going to do is we're going to get on this platform and make weapons. The first few levels below us, they're not getting any food, up until 50, and then we'll start passing.
Trying to ration that shit.
And then they got to a level where they met this old man, and he was very wise about it. It's like, but what's the
message?
The message. And they decided, well, we're gonna save this one thing. Okay, I liked that. What happens is they go down all these fucking levels, and then they get to a point where they see Mihiru literally getting fucking eaten. Like, dude, this huge motherfucker was biting into her fucking ribs. It was fucking.
It was very abrupt death. I was like, that's kind of like a con, but like a pro at the same time. Like, I like movies surprising me, and that did surprise me,
Yep.
of course. But I actually thought that her story was actually going to go further than it did.
Yeah.
And it kind of does, but at the same time, it kind of doesn't, you know? I feel like they should have ran with her a little longer.
And then Gorgon and Bahara get fucking fucked up, bad by these dudes. But they do kill him.
Oh, buddy gets he gets a big chunk cut out of him.
And
He bleeding out.
Bahara boy went ham. Because they were told that it was try to be nice, try to offer it to, look, we're trying to do this or whatever, help us part, and if you don't want to help, then fuck them.
The last, citizen level, I guess I should call it, was 300.
And there was nobody there besides a little girl who they'd been told that Mihiru was looking for her daughter, or looking for her kid, and there's just this little Asian girl on the 300th floor.
Who doesn't belong there.
One, how the fuck did she get here? Two, why is she still alive?
That was my biggest question.
Yeah.
How did she survive that long?
Yeah, it's because definitely didn't sound like she had food. And I get them giving her the food because it's a child.
Yeah, what you gonna do, you know?
Exactly, I understand that message. My thing is I don't understand why she was the message. They just kept saying she was the message.
My belief on this is that when they sent her back up to the floor, it would basically expose the corruption of the system because, again, kids are not allowed in there. You have workers that are being lied to because old girl worked there for 20 years. This whole film is a metaphor about the corruption of social government. It's clearly not about old buddy's story.
No, that makes a lot more sense.
He's not going back up until the next day.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to survive that long.
No, I think he was legitimately dead at that point.
Heading towards the light or the darkness point.
I like it better than just not knowing anything.
Yeah.
I still think the movie's not the best. It's not bad in any way. I enjoyed it, but there was definitely parts where I thought it could have been better.
I thought the dubbing was nice. Did a good job on that.
I was to rate it out of 10. I'm probably going to go 7.
I would put it in that range too. My biggest cons about the film is I wish they would have picked a direction, right? Because I feel like there's a lot of things that build up in this film, but all of those things don't necessarily lead to anywhere.
You have Gorgon's story, but we really don't go anywhere with it. And then you have Mihiru's story, but she just abruptly dies. And then you got the whole, we're going to feed everybody.
System,
we're going to feed everybody. But then now it's not feeding everybody, it's about sending the child up here. It was just a lot. And I get it. A lot of things do go on in it, in a government or in a society and shit. So there's a lot of things going on, but they were just focused on one of them.
Or at least tied it in and closed it out properly. There could have been a different ending, in my opinion. I don't mind the ending they got, again, because off of my thesis of what the movie's about. Because when old dude was admitted, he was asking questions, but he wasn't necessarily getting answers back.
Yeah.
And they got this whole medical system, hey, are you allergic to anything? They're legit picking out the menu of food they want. Whether they get it or not, it's a different story.
Yeah.
I would like to see a more character-driven story. If this is about old buddy, make it about old buddy.
Yeah.
I think Try was the biggest supporting character in this. But that's what I'm saying. This film builds up a lot of people. They develop these backstories for people, but it doesn't lead anywhere. The ambiguous ending, I think, is not a strong point because I don't feel like this is the type of film that needs that kind of ending, but it could do it correctly. I just feel like this didn't pan out the way I wanted it to.
So let us know what you thought. Check it out. Tell us what you think. Please like, comment, subscribe. And until next time, guys, deuces.
Adios.